Hi, this is Scott Foster. I'm the chef of Hazellewood Grill and Tap Room. We're here at my restaurant in the suburbs of Minneapolis, St. Paul. We're going to use Frank's great sauerkraut today, and I'm going to show you how to make a Reuben, but I put some twist to it. So we're going to prepare that classic Reuben with a little twist to it, like we talked about. I'm going to have pumpernickel bread. It's a great bread, good deep flavor with a little molasses in the background. Here at Hazellewood, we marinate and brine and cook our own turkey breast, so we slice. You can get this from a great deli, no problem. That's our twist with this Reuben Club. I have some really nice shaved, great corned beef here, nice and thin. That'll make the Reuben tender to eat. It's got to be real thin, so if you get it from your deli or supermarket, ask them for paper thin deli slice. Here, of course, we have the Frank's sauerkraut that we've drained a little bit. You want to take some of the excess moisture off so it's a little drier and doesn't make the sandwich soggy. And I prefer to use the Lorraine Swiss. It's a creamier texture. It's more tender cheese than a normal regular Swiss, and I think it adds to a great Reuben. The secret and the twist, another twist for me, is I'm going to make our own Thousand Island dressing. I have a good heavy-duty mayonnaise, chili sauce, which is a basic thing you can buy in the grocery store. A lot of people use that for their cocktail sauce base. And I use cornichons. Cornichons are a baby French pickle. They're very tart, they're very intense flavor. Instead of a basic pickle, I like it because it grabs you, it has really poppin' flavor. Some minced onion, a dash of Worcestershire, and pepper and salt. So we're going to make that sauce right now, and basically just get your mayonnaise, put that in your mixing bowl, add your chili sauce, then we'll take the cornichons, and I had one here to show you, and then we have the other ones which are very finely chopped. You could use a Robocou, a little Cuisinart if you have at home to get those nice and fine. If you don't want to use a knife, and the onion. I like to use fresh cracked black pepper out of the pepper grill. It has good flavor. It seems to have a more intense pepper than regular pre-ground. And you can add as much salt as you'd like, and I just prefer to sprinkle a little bit in there, and we'll taste it before we're done and see how we like the flavor. Just mix that up real good. And now you can start to see your traditional Thousand Island colors coming together. And this is a homemade thing you can do to a Reuben that will really impress your friends and family rather than buying straight Thousand Island off the shelf. Thousand Island, that homemade recipe. One last little twist, I add that Worcestershire sauce, just a few drops at the end. You can mix it in, check the taste buds, and add as much as you like. The recipe you're going to have is a 1/4 teaspoon. Enjoy. Buttering that nice pumpernickel bread. We're going to put that on a flat top. Now we're in the middle of lunch at Hazellewood. It's busy and we have this big beautiful piece of equipment. If you don't have a griddle at home like this, you can use a griddle that you might use for pancakes at home. If you don't have one of those, you can use a Teflon pan, no problem. Now we're going to take that Thousand Island dressing that we made, our homemade recipe, which will impress all your friends, with those cornichon pickles and a little bite to it. And we're going to spread that evenly on both sides of the bread. And I always tell my guys I like it coast to coast, so you get flavor in every bite. And I like a little bit on both sides of the bread to get maximum flavor. We're going to spread that on there, and that's going to add a nice tang to that bread with that sweet molasses deep texture. It melts really well, and that's what I like to use on Reubens, and maybe a little bit different. We're going to add that on there. Now we're going to take that thin sliced deli corned beef. We're just going to take some of the chill off of it. We're going to add that to the griddle. We just want to warm it up. And then here's that beautiful roasted turkey slices that we can put on the griddle. We just want to warm it up. Sauerkraut, great Frank's sauerkraut. Remember, we drained it a little bit, so there's not as much moisture. We want to make sure we put plenty of that on that Reuben. Classic Reuben. We don't want to cook it too much. Keep the freshness. Now we're going to spread that beautiful sauerkraut. Frank's kraut cooks up great here. It's nice and drained. It's going to have a nice texture to it. And the sauerkraut is on there, and now the corned beef is warmed up. That's all you want to do is warm it a little bit. It's tender, remember, because we asked to have it really thin sliced. And then that turkey. If you don't have your own roasted turkey breast, just tell your deli or your manager at the butcher you want some great roasted all-white turkey breast meat. Now we're going to take that other slice of the bread. It's been nice and toasted on, see the coloring on that side. And now it's a great little Reuben. And now we're going to take that, cut it, and serve it. See here, so it's going to slide around. It's going to help us a little bit. Now we're going to use a serrated knife because this will really help you if you have one to make a clean cut through the sandwich. Just let the knife do the work. Okay? Now we're going to take that sandwich and you see all those ingredients in there. Wonderful look. Okay. Our take at Hazellewood Grill Tap Room on a classic Reuben, a Reuben Club.